You're calling me a gold digger for 20 euros. 20 euros. Hey, because of 20 euros, I'm a gold digger. Hi lovelies, it's your favorite unsolicited chatterbox back with another video. So per the title, you can already see what's basket. Okay, so first of all, let me take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy new year. Because we're in a new year, we're in 2021. So yeah, happy new year to you all. No matter how your 2020 was, I hope that your 2021 is going to be bigger, better, okay? So now, per the title, you already know that I'm about to do a mukbang and a story time. This is the first time I'm doing like both. Like I've never done a mukbang or a story time before, so I'm really excited about this video. So without further ado, let's just get right into this video. Sit down, relax, and grab your food because it's about to get really intense in here. Like really intense, really intense. So what did I get? I got some fries, a burger, a chicken burger, because I don't really like beef burger because I think I've overeaten in my life, so I don't like it anymore. I've overeaten in my life, so I don't like it anymore. So I got a chicken burger, some fries, and a Coca-Cola cherry. Also, let me just say that I'm a very bad storyteller. Like that's why I don't do story times, because I don't know how to tell stories. These fries are really good, so please forgive me. I'm gonna try. And also, I don't know how I'm gonna be eating and talking at the same time, but I'm gonna try as well. A lot of firsts, but I'm gonna pour my sauce. Sorry. I'm gonna pour my sauce into my thingy, and we're gonna begin. So it was basically the last time that I think the last time that I traveled to Ghana. Okay, so I think it was 2018, and let me tell you guys that first of all, that trip to Ghana, so many bad things happened. Like so many crazy stuff happened before the trip. Like it was just like crazy. At this point I was like, should I just stay in this place and I'm not going anywhere? But I needed to go to Ghana, because I had been here for a long time and I hadn't seen like my friends and family and all. So okay, also apologies for this because I'm like actually currently how do you call it, deep conditioning my hair, multitasker baby. So okay, so let's say I think my flight was supposed to be on I don't remember the day exactly, but the day before I was at my sister's house and everything, right? And like we were packing our stuff. Now if you're African or if you're Ghanaian or anything, you already know that if you're going to Ghana, your suitcase is not only for you. Should I say louder for the people in the back? If you're going to Ghana or if you're going to Africa, your suitcase is not only for you. Everybody is sending something to someone back home, like everybody. And you can't really say you won't take it because you also know that like one day you're also going to need someone to like, you know, return the favor. So then it's like either you keep quiet and you don't tell anyone you're traveling, you just go in secret and return in secret, or you just, you know. So I had chosen to like do the first one. I was like, I'm gonna tell anybody I'm going to Ghana. I'm just gonna go and come back. But then I was living with my sister at that time. So obviously she had friends and she had told some people that I was going to go to Ghana. And then she begged me to take someone's stuff for her and everything. I mean, other people asked me, but I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. Also, the reason why I couldn't even add people's kilos to my bag was that my bag was already full. My bag was already full because like literally I was going to Ghana with all my stuff, like it was just crazy because I didn't know anywhere else to keep them. I didn't have anywhere else to keep them because I had like returned my apartment, everything. So I had nowhere else to keep them. So I was just going to Ghana with all my things. So I cannot even like add people's things to it already. Do you get? Okay. So now my sister was like, do you know that Brussels Airlines, how do you call it? They give extra kilos and stuff when you go and check in your stuff the day before. I was like, oh, I didn't know. But my ticket is already KLM because it was like a return ticket from when excuse me. So I did like an aller-retour. So it was like I had already come to Paris with the in ticket. So I was going out with the return one, if that makes sense. So she was like, okay, she gets it, no problem and everything. So now, this is where the craziness started. So we started packing the stuff into the suitcase and all. And me, I'm like, at first I used to not know how to pack. I think I still don't even know how to pack. I would just like be folding it haphazardly, you know. So my sister was like, oh, she's gonna help me pack. And as she was packing, she was insulting me. And you don't know how to fold, and you don't know how to do this. This body really insulted me. She was like, I don't know how to fold, I don't know how to. So I was like, okay, it's okay, sorry, just pack it for me. So then we packed it, and then now, you're not African, okay, if you don't struggle to close your suitcase. If two people don't sit on the suitcase and one person doesn't struggle to close, you are not African. So basically, this was the part where my sister was like struggling to close it, and I was like sitting on the suitcase jumping so that it will close. And we didn't have a how do you call it, a proper scale in the house. So literally, like, we will stand on the scale to balance the scale. I don't know if you guys know this. You stand on the scale to balance the scale. You look at your weight, and then you hold the suitcase, and then you subtract like the additional weight from your original weight to find out the weight of the suitcase, right? Okay. So that's what we were doing. We were doing this, my sister was like, oh, this scale is a small scale, so you're gonna be fine at the airport, blah 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 blah, like it's going to be fine. Because at this point when we were packing, I think everyone has 23 kilos and I was around like 25, 26. I think even on one of the suitcases was 28. My sister was like, oh, don't worry, this scale is not good, so it means that it will go and fall on the 23 by the time it gets to the airport. I was like, no problem. So then the next morning, I think my flight was very early in the morning. Not very early, but check-in was very early in the morning, so I had to get there early, which was very good. Like, I was so glad I got there early, because if I hadn't gotten there early, I would have missed the flight. So I got to the airport. My cousin drove me to the airport and everything, and he drove me with his friend. So his friend was sitting in the car, his friend was driving, my cousin was sleeping because my cousin was tired, he had worked all night, and then I was at the back seat. We got to the airport and everything, and my cousin was like, oh, should he wait a little bit? I was like, yeah, please wait, so that like when I weigh in and everything, then you go. But I think he had to go to work or something, so he was like, okay, he's gonna wait a little bit. First trouble, I'm trying to like go into the check-in line because we came early, so we're early. Literally, the line was moving so quickly. I'm checking in. They put my bag on the scale to take it back. The woman goes like, madam, your suitcase is too heavy. She said my suitcase is too heavy. So she weighed both suitcases and she was like, oh, there's still like some space in this one. And like there's like this one is like, one was heavier than the other. Okay, so one was underweight and one was overweight basically. So she was like, why don't we put some of the things in there to balance it out? I was like, okay, no problem. So we started, in front of everybody. I opened my suitcase, and out came flying my bra, out came flying my underwear, like out came flying everything. Out came flying, everything was out on display for everyone to see. But like, I didn't even care about like no embarrassment or anything. Okay guys, like me, I was just like, if this suitcase does not close and goes into this thing, I'm not leaving this place. Like, we're gonna find a way to reduce these kilos. Because she was like, excuse me, she was like, for excess luggage you need to pay, I think 40 for each bag. I was like, cool. Now, so also on my card, so I was like, cool, okay. So now we tried and everything, and then we tried moving stuff. So we moved stuff around, and then we closed the suitcase. And then she was like, is that your hand luggage? Because I had like a little suitcase that I was like also like for my hand luggage. And she was like, if that's your hand luggage, you can put some stuff in there. So I was like, okay, no problem. So I opened it, and I started trying to put some stuff in there. Mind you, I had my camera, I had my laptop, I had a lot of things. This woman goes like, we need to measure, we need to weigh the hand luggage, because all your hand luggage needs to be 12 kilos. I was like, what? I thought that, because literally I thought that like my handbag wasn't part of the hand luggage. You get, it was just like that small bag that you use, that was the hand luggage, because you're gonna put that in the overhead thingy. So me, I thought that the handbag there says my handbag, like I'm gonna put it on my lap or something, so like it doesn't count with the kilos. But apparently it counted. So now I had to be like, okay, now I'm really in deep shit. So I also had like a backpack with me that we had bought just in case. So now I started removing stuff. I and put it in the backpack. My cousin was like over there at the end of the stressing me out, like, what's going on? I'm like, wait, please don't leave. Like, at this point I'm about to cry. I'm on the verge of tears. Now the woman tells me that, madam, you're holding the line, so I'm gonna need to ask you to close your stuff, take them away. You have some time before your flight. Take them away and go and fix yourself outside, or just pay the excess luggage. So then I think that the excess luggage was going to be 80 euros, or I think it was going to be no, I think 100 euros. It was going to be 100 euros. Yeah, 100 euros. And then obviously, because I was traveling, I had bought like a lot of stuff and everything, so I had money on my card. But this is why I say everything was going wrong that morning. I had money on my card, right? But I couldn't like access the money because like my limit for the month had already been reached. So obviously I couldn't access the card. I couldn't access the money on the card. I was like, oh my god. And I think I had only 80 euros left to be able to like take out. So I went to the ATM machine. By this time my cousin, he was frustrated, he left. So I was there with all my luggage, so I had no choice. I had to pay for the excess luggage. So my cousin had left. I couldn't ask him for money, and I went to withdraw, and the ATM is like, I can only withdraw up to 80 euros. So I withdrew the 80 euros. I withdrew the 80 euros, okay? And then at this point I'm like, where am I gonna get 20 euros from? I'm checking in all my pockets. Like at this point I'm even like ransacking through my suitcase, checking. There's no money anywhere, not even coins. My god, I'm just like, what is this? Like, Lord, did you bring me here to see me suffer? I'm like, Lord, did you bring me here to come and see me suffer? I just want to go to Ghana. Biko, please help me. And let me just get to Ghana in peace. Now, at this point, I'm standing there. I'm on the verge of tears. I go and I tell the woman that honestly I have only 80 euros. Is there nothing that you can do, like nothing at all, to help me? And also at this point the woman was like, okay, bring your suitcases. So she had taken my main luggage, right, and we had put like the stuff inside, and she had given me like the tickets for the excess luggage already, so I had to pay. No matter what I do, I have to pay, otherwise they're not going to activate the thing for me to go in. Like, so basically if they check my ticket, it wouldn't be activated, so I can't enter the plane, but my luggage is already gone. So I had no choice. I couldn't come back home, I couldn't do nothing. I had to pay the money. I have only 80 euros. Now I'm like going around the airport. I kid you not that I even called my sister. Like, I did everything I could. Now I'm going around the airport begging people for money. Literally, like, guys, I was like literally sitting down on my suitcase, or like my hand luggage suitcase, like crying at the airport. Like, at this point, like, I'm bawling my eyes out, crying at the airport, because I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I can't call my parents, I can't do anything. Like, I can't do anything. And also, it's not like it's Kotokada, maybe you can speak to you with them and French ne cry make French ne cry, but the French is not even coming out of my mouth because I'm so stressed out. So now I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at the time. I think my flight was at 11 o'clock. At this point it's like 9 something, and that's just the check-in line. You know, there's also going to be another line where you have to go and form the long line, and then for them to go, you go through immigration or customs or whatever, and then like they'll go and check your Charlie. I hadn't gone to do all of that, so it means that I was still at the first point of check-in. At this point I'm looking at my time, I'm like, I don't know if I should start singing and put a hat on the floor for people to come and pay me money, if I should start like doing jokes. I don't even know what to do. So now I was just walking around the airport, and then the woman that she was checking us in, her shift had like, I think they were doing rotation or something. So now she was rather like checking people's like passports at the other end, and she saw me and she was like, ah, madam, you've still not found the money. I was like, no, I've still not found the money. At this point I was bawling my eyes out, crying. Like, I was like, I've not found the money, my flight is gonna leave, they're calling for boarding, and like everything was just wrong. And then she started, as even the woman saw, like, had mercy on me. She was like, she doesn't have any money on her because all her money is in the vestiaire, like in the locker room, and she can't leave. So then she has to go and now be begging with me for money. So now that's where I was like, God, please, I beg you. I was like, God, I beg you, my bag is gone to Ghana, I'm left. Except for me, I need to go with my bag, otherwise lawu. And how am I gonna call my parents and tell them I have excess luggage at the airport? And for some reason, right, my banking app was not opening, and my internet connection was bad. Like, I don't even know, like, I couldn't open my banking app, because usually you could just open your banking app to just, like, how do you call it, increase the limits, right? No, my banking app was not opening. I think the password, I was just mistaken, like making mistakes with the password and everything. So now, like, people are just going and people are all like, and that's when I saw that, like, this day actually taught me that Africans are wicked. Like, we're actually wicked. Like, this man saw me crying and everything, and he came, he asked me what's wrong with me. Like, there were 2 men, they were African men. They asked me what's wrong with me. I was like, my luggage is excess and down. And then his friend is like, how much you need? I'm like, 20 euros to just add to the money I already have. And he's like, 20 euros, so you're crying. And then he's gonna give me the 20 euros. And his friend looks at him and his friend is like, hey, she's just a mishtolo. Genre, elle est michtoleuse. I'm like, hey, michtoleuse is like gold digger, basically. Michtoleuse is like gold digger. I'm like, you're calling me a gold digger for 20 euros? 10 euros. Hey, because of 20 euros, I'm a gold digger. And I'm like, why would I make up a whole story, like a whole story like this for 20 euros? Like, it doesn't even make sense. And the man was like, now he didn't even know what to do, if he should help me or if he should not help me. So basically his friend was like, no, he should not help me and everything. So like, basically they went. So now, like another man, this man, he was like a white man. He was like old. He was even like, I think he even spoke English. And then he was like, why are you crying? Like when he got there, he was like, why are you crying? I was like, sir, I need to go, like my luggage is excess. I just need 20 euros to add to my 80 that I already have and everything. He was like, so that's why you're crying, because of 20 euros? I was like, yeah, that's why I'm crying, because of 20 euros, and everyone else want to help me. Because of 20 euros and everyone else want to help me.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand. Like
literally, I just burst out crying, like ugly tears. Like it wasn't even the nice cute tear. At this point, I was about to roll on the floor.
And I went to
my dear, I was the man was like, no, clean your face. And he just like took out, like he just put his hand in his pocket and he gave me 20 euros like that. And this person said, oh my god, thank you. Oh my god, thank you. I said, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you, please. Oh, God bless you. I was just raining blessings on the man. And then he was like, you're gonna miss your flight, go, go, go. So then now I went to quickly pay. People were looking at me in the airport. I did not give a hoot. I was just running like a fool. Like I went to put my money in the machine. The machine gave me the ticket and everything. And I went. When I went, there was a long line, like a very long line. Oh, and then I saw like some of the people that had like been wanting to I had been asking money from. They were like, oh, your flight is coming, so skip the line. So now I skipped the line, and I got to the front. When I got to the front, the person was like, your flight is coming like soon, like your flight is gonna leave, so then you have to like take this quickly and run. So they did not even check me well. I don't even think they checked me well. Like I still had tears on my face. Like my face was like literally tear stained. I was like I'm sure if it was this period of corona, like they would have just told me that I'm quarantined, because I'm pretty sure there were like everything running down my face. And by everything I mean everything, okay, everything. So now I was just like running with my suitcase like and then I passed the checkpoint and everything. And when I literally passed the checkpoint, you know, usually at the boarding gate you see like people at the boarding gate. There was nobody at the boarding gate, and then I could hear them saying, Madame Marchin, last call for Madame Marchin, the flight is like. I'm like, hey, my enemies will not get me today. My enemies will not get me today. My enemies will not get me today. I was just running there. Hey, something was really telling me to leave the motherfucking suitcase and just run my body inside. I just picked up my suitcase, guys. Like, you know, like the suitcase, the trolley. Like I picked it up, bam! I was just running. I'm pretty sure that the person that was working the airport security camera that day would have like a good laugh, because I looked like a mad woman. Like I looked like I was mad. Okay, I just picked it up. I was just running, bam, 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 bam. I got to the boarding gate. They were like, are you Madame Marchin? I was like, yes, I'm Madame Marchin. Like immediately I entered the plane. Okay, immediately I entered the plane, they closed the door. Like, if people don't understand, like I was like literally bro. I'm speechless. Hold on, I'm actually speechless. Like, you can't tell me there's no God, okay? You cannot tell me there's no God. Immediately I entered the plane, they closed the door. It means that literally, if I had like waited 1 second to tie my shoe or anything, I would have missed my flight, and then my bags were already in the thing. Now you got into the train, into the plane, sorry, and then I was like just sitting down. Like at this point I was breathing so heavily, like I was like and then the person sitting next to me was even like, is everything alright and everything? I was like, yeah, everything is fine, you know. And what had happened was, like, I got a seat. I was like in the middle row. So then I was like literally in the middle of, like, there were 4 seats and I was in the middle. And then someone was like 2 seats away from me. And then he was like, are you alright? Are you alright? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then, like, when I sat down in the plane, I literally broke down, guys. Like, I was crying. I was weeping. Like, I was just like weeping. I was proper crying, like proper super duper crying, because I was like, I don't even know. Like, my life just flashed before my eyes. Like, I don't even know what happened. So now we started taking off and everything, and then, like, obviously I cried and fell asleep. In the middle of the flight, I'm now hearing, yeah, like, people like actually starting to scream and stuff. I'm like, what's going on? Turbulence. Are you kidding me? Like, did I go through all of this to now come and literally in my mind I was like, did I go through all of this to now come and die in this plane? Like, do you get? Because I'm not scared of flying, but like, I just want to sit inside, sleep, and then get to my destination. Do you get? But no, turbulence. And now the turbulence, like, the plane is just like shoo, shoo, and then you can hear the air hostesses saying that, excuse me, please remain in your seat, please put your trays in the whatever, and put your seats in the upright position, and like, basically put on your seatbelt, like the whole 9 yards. At this point I'm like, Igbami, maybe the Lord was trying to delay me purposefully, but Isaba said she will not listen. At this point I'm like, okay, God, if you really brought me this far, you need to get me to Ghana, because I'm not coming to die in here. Like, it's not, c'est pas possible. Je suis désolée, but God, take me to Ghana. You just take me to Ghana. So now we went through the storm and everything. Like, we literally, I don't know how he did it, but basically, like, and me, I was really sleepy at that point, so I wasn't even like paying attention to everything that was happening. I just knew that there was turbulence and the plane was shaking. So I did everything that they asked, and then, like, I went back to sleep. I don't even think that time I even ate in the plane or anything. So I woke up. I think the flight stopped when we were at Ouagadougou, like Ouagadougou in Côte d'Ivoire. Where's Ouagadougou? Hold on, let me see where Ouagadougou is. Is it in Togo or in Côte d'Ivoire?
A few moments later.
Okay, we're in Burkina Faso. So when I think the plane passed through Ouagadougou, either Burkina Faso or, yeah, in Ouagadougou, I think. So it was passing through there. It was either there or Côte d'Ivoire, I forget, but it was one of those places. And then I woke up. So basically it was like 30 minutes left to get to Ghana, or 45 minutes or something left to get to Ghana. And then now I woke up. And then obviously I was going to meet my parents and everything, my family, in a long time. So now I did like a little, I went to wash my face, brush my teeth, did a little like makeup, like vite fait in the train and everything. And like, while I was doing the makeup, the people that were sitting around me were literally looking at me, because like, I was crying a few hours back, you get. But when we got to Ouagadougou, a lot of people got down and stuff, and then like different people got on. So then, yeah, we got there and everything, and now I went to the bathroom. As I said, I put on some makeup and everything, because my family and I were gonna have dinner before going home. So now, by God's grace, I got to Kotoka. Then at Kotoka, there was like a new system or customs or something like that. We had to pass through the machine to scan us and everything. I finished the scanning and everything. We got there, and this man is like, where's your yellow fever card? Bear in mind, I did have a yellow fever card, but it was just like in my suitcase. Because of everything that had happened, like my mind was like so somewhere. I just wanted to get out of the airport to be like free, that I forgot about all the custom protocols basically. So I got the yellow fever card and all. I know I was like, it's in my like she get. I was like, and then she was like, are you Ghanaian? I was like, yeah, I'm Ghanaian. And then she was like, oh, okay, then you can go. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Now I got to immigration. Now let me tell you people that Ghana immigration, they are so funny. They want money, like they just want money. And me at this point, I've already paid 100 euros in Charles de Gaulle. I'm not about to come and pay 100 Ghana or any kind of Ghana cedis Akotoka. So then I got there and then they started asking me questions. Instead of them to just stamp the thing and leave, what's the purpose of your visit? I said that I'm visiting my family. Where are you coming from? I said I'm coming from France. Oh, so you're French? I was like, no, I'm Ghanaian. They were like, oh, you're Ghanaian, so what are you doing in France? Why didn't you go to London? In my head I'm like, what's your business?
Hey man, why? I'll smash it there. I will smash it. I will smash it there. Take this thing away, man. What's the hell with you? What is wrong with you? Are you normal? Are you normal? Are you normal?
Like, what's your problem if I come from the UK, if I went to the UK? What's your business? Like, c'est quoi ton problème en fait? Like, why do you care? And then this one was asking me questions. I was like, do you do this to everybody? Like, at this point, I'm getting bothered. Like, I'm getting worried. I'm like, is there a problem? Like, because people come and like in 2 minutes they've passed immigration. I'd been there for like 10 minutes. Bref. She was like, oh no, we just like you and we just want to have a conversation with you. So then she went to call another supervisor or something to come and look at my papers and everything. So he looked at her and he was like, oh, she's fine, she can go. And then she asked me, you see, she was like, you see, I treated you very nice, so what are you going to give me? I'm not going to give me any small gift or anything. I looked at her, I was like, madam, Jamal himself menti chiana. Miss Rawai, me pentem, maybe I may me my shin, I mean, I'm no like, I was actually like my shin, I mean, I'm no sino me pacho. Sika be any me home, sorry, next time.
Sikana shit. Sikano ashe.
And she was like, hey, what's your tree? I was like, of course, Miti Tree. Like, you see, my name is Isaba Mamia Cha, and you're asking me if Miti Tree. Of course, Miti Tree. Like, I didn't even have like an accent or anything. I was just talking normal. I don't know if she saw that because I'm coming from France. I don't know what's wrong with the woman. Then she was like, oh, okay, then have a nice day and everything. I was like, thank you. Now, I came outside. Hey, I came outside and now at the luggage point, literally like, my luggage was not coming. My luggage was not coming. I'm waiting for the luggage is not coming. And then I'm like, oh, did she not put the luggage in? Like, I'm like, did she not put the luggage in? At this point, my parents are trying to call me. No, I'm trying to call my parents. So I connect my phone to the airport's Wi-Fi to try and reach my parents on WhatsApp. It's not connecting. I'm like, okay, I'm dead. I'm really doomed. So I waited for literally like 30 to 45 minutes before my luggage came. When it came, then I took the luggage and I went outside. And like basically I met my family and everything was fine. Glory to God. Hallelujah. Guys, literally like since then I've not gone to Ghana. I've not gone back to Ghana. Like I need to, like before I go to Ghana, like that experience actually traumatized me, cause it's so scary. And it's like, here I am, a young 18-year-old literally struggling like this. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Usually I'm used to traveling with my parents. At this time I'm alone, so I was just like, everybody is so. And I didn't even tell my parents this story. Like, I didn't even tell them, because when they saw me, they were like, how was everything? I was like, everything is fine. Like, I was so like relieved. Like, I was actually so relieved that I didn't even want to tell the story. I forget about it and just move on. So we went to like my favorite Chinese restaurant, everything. We had a nice dinner, and I came home, and I like, when I got home, I just like, I was so relieved. Oh, I was so relieved. Like, I don't even think I've been that relieved in a while. But yeah, guys, this is the end of the video. This is the end of the story time. If you've ever had a crazy airport experience, please feel free to let me know in the comment section. Yeah, basically that was my crazy airport experience. Oh my lord. And also, don't forget to, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There are more story times coming, and yeah, I didn't forget, this year we're actually going to be learning French on this channel with on Learn French with Tata Essie, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, till next time, it's been your favorite unsolicited chatterbox. Bisous.